All right, what's up, people? What's up, Jorge? Y'all fuckers want to fuck with me, man. You can't fuck with me. That's what's interesting about me is nobody can fuck with me. People try to fuck with me all day long, or to me, it's night. Well, actually, it's day for me, but it's night for most people. And when somebody tries to fuck with me, guess what? They get hemmed up. But I'm not going to deal with that. Here's what I'm going to deal with. I'm going to deal with. I was surprised, actually. I thought it would go Adam Kadmon. Don't worry, we can do that in another video sometime in the future or whatever the fuck, right? I did see a big sway in it though, but still. Avalokitesvara. Now, who is this guy? And it is a guy. It's a persona. It is, repeat after me, a comic book character. Okay? It's a comic book character. However, it's like DC versus Marvel, dude. It's like Superman versus, who would I put Superman up against in Marvel? It's tough. Thor, I guess, maybe. The Hulk, maybe. I don't know. Anywho, what we're talking about is vectoring the divine into human reality. Because obviously, the divine in and of itself doesn't make any fucking sense, right? That's the whole reason we're here. That's the shattered vase. That's why we're here, right? So now how do we vector that into humanity? Into our own experiences. And so, like, if you picked Avalokitesvara, that's great. I made another video on this. It's in my Buddhism series. You can go check that fucking shit out and watch me contradict myself. Probably not. Who the fuck knows, right? So in order to understand who this character is, we have to understand several things. The first thing we have to understand is the Buddhist idea of compassion. And we have to understand it on levels. And these are belt levels, and I'm sorry to keep saying that, but that's the way it fucking happens. That's the way it fucking works, all right? So when you get taught compassion early on in the teachings, what you're taught is that, you know, it's kind of like, oh, you feel sorry for people, or, you know, like, oh my God, I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm a pacifist. This, that, and the third, right? That's the way it's taught to people. In reality, compassion is actually a teaching about something completely fucking different. And this is what most people don't understand. This is why there are belt levels. And this is why some things don't get revealed until the end. Because if you gave everybody the truth, well, then they just abuse it. Because most people are pigs. Do you remember that story in the Bible? It was in the New Testament, where Jesus led the pigs off the cliff into the water and they all drowned. Do you remember that one? Most people don't know what that was even about. Well, I just told you what it was about, kind of, but you know what? Just take it from what you will, you know. Don't cast your pearls before the swine, and don't cast your swine before the river over the cliff. Y'all don't read comic books, do you? Y'all think this shit is for fucking real, man. The only thing real is in front of you. And that's the fucking truth, man. But damn, you know, people want to get deep with it, so let's go deep with it a little bit. Compassion literally, well, I mean, forget. Is it called Thush Ray in the Tibetan? I forget. But the idea is basically this. It's the fundamental power that enables sentient beings to exist. Which means there is no pain without pleasure. There is no pleasure without pain. So in order for us to exist, we have to compassion. We have to be in this situation in order to be in this situation, because otherwise we couldn't be in this situation. I mean, it sounds like I'm fucking repeating myself 3 times, but actually I'm not. I'm trying to give you, talk to you people like you're black belts and you're not, and you don't fucking get it. You'll get it eventually. I mean, it's really fucking simple. I mean, it's just like abandon all categories, you who enter here. Oh, is that Dante? No, he said abandon all hope. Hope. What is hope? Then we go down another fucking rabbit hole. So the idea of compassion, when you get to the deepest level of teaching, is to understand that there is essentially, at the base of it, one kitty cup. There's one kitty cup in the universe, and that kitty cup is the same kitty cup for every kitty cup that everybody has. Except we're not talking about kitty cups. We're talking about consciousness. So the fact that I'm the one making this video and you're the one watching it, the consciousness involved in both of those processes is actually the same. Oh, that's called non-duality. So we can't get too far into that. Don't think too deeply about that. But once you do, you come up with the idea that, well, hey, maybe things that exhibit consciousness, I should treat the same way I would treat myself because, oh wait, didn't Jesus say something like this too? Treat others as you would have. You see how deep this is going to get, man. This is going to get deep because what we're talking about now is this is the second step. This is God become man. And how do we vector that? How do we vector God becoming man? Well, first of all, you can't really. So just, But at the same time, you actually can because you already exhibit that in your own existence, your persona, the way you deal with other people. Are you graceful? Are you thankful? Are you at sometimes wrathful? The Buddhas are fucking like crazy with the way they deal with these things. When I say Buddhists, I'm talking about like celestial level Buddhas. Most people don't understand that. They think Buddha, I think, like guy meditating under a fucking tree. No, that's just one aspect of the Buddha. Trust me, that guy can get mad, dude. That guy can get really fucking angry because he's a reflection of us. We're a reflection of him. It's a mirror. It's a mirror through Maya to us, through everything. That's what everybody. I'm giving you black belt level teachings. I really, but so we're gonna get compassion down. Compassion means suffering with, right? That means to exist with. So if I see a cockroach in my house, am I gonna kill it? Probably. Because they're gross. You know what I'm saying? But if I see what's called a house centipede, am I going to kill it? Probably not, because I think it's cool. Now notice, in both cases, what did I say? I said think. Think is the mind. The mind creates reality. If you really understand what compassion means, it means to understand that every sentient being is identical to you in the sentience. Not in the being, in the sentience. In the fact that you have that, you share the exact same there's only one sentience. That's God. See, now here we're getting to the fucking situation, right? Because what Avalokitesvara represents is a perfection of all sentient beings. Now, this in the Buddhist teaching is called a bodhisattva. A bodhisattva. I was fucking like, his name just came into it. It was like at the end, I just fucking threw his fucking name on it. A bodhisattva. A bodhisattva is not a Buddha. It's somebody that remains within what's called Maya, or this world, the projected world, the world, the only world there is, actually, which is, that's like 10th level teaching, man. And exists solely to perfect other sentient beings. So it's like, I exist here in order so that you might get to the next level. Even if I can take you as a yellow belt and I can push you to a green belt, then I've done a good deed. I'm not even going to use the K word because I don't believe that's what karma is. Oh, well, shit, I fucked it up. Jorge, can we fucking... We can't. Fuck. You think there's a guy up there in the corner? Y'all fuck with me too much, man. To think that you can actually rewrite karma is impossible. You can't. Your karma is fixed. And it's just fun. It's riding a roller coaster. It's like once you get strapped in, you got to take the ride, man. And compassion means to understand that every other person, and when I say person, I'm meaning that a lot lower level than you think I normally would. I'm not just talking about human beings. I'm talking about animals. I'm talking about everything. But at the same time, so what? You know, if you got to slaughter a cow to eat a fucking tenderloin, have at it, Hoss. You know, there are no rules in this. The only rules are yours. They're in your mind. Your mind, and dude, do not ask me to do a video at 11 minutes in. Nobody's going to see this. Don't ask me to do a video on the Bardos. Don't ask me to do that. I remember a guy that I used to like a lot. I think his name was Mike, but he ran by Taruk or Taro UK, I think. But I love that guy so much. He was probably my best foil intellectually. He's a smart kid, man. And he would ask me shit like that. You know, really good questions, like really insightful fucking questions. But at the end of the day, we're not really questioning. What we're doing is we're living. So getting back, I know, right? You're like, you're 12 minutes in and you're just getting to the fucking subject of the video. Yes. Avalokitesvara is basically a comic book character in Buddhism that represents the pinnacle of compassion. I hope I fucking spelled that out for everybody. For sentient beings. Now you see how I fucking I tied the shoe at the end. You see what I'm saying? What are we actually doing here? What's actually going on? Well, we're all emanated from this divinity. We're all a product of it. And if we all are a part of it, then how do we treat each other? Even including sentient beings that are of a lower status, in our opinion, than we are. So, like, how do we treat our pets? How do we treat even fucking pests? Pests, like rats and mice and spiders and shit like that. How do we treat those? Ask yourself that. I know how I do it, and I think I'm pretty comfortable with my fucking approach. And you would maybe think that I'm not a Buddhist if I say what I do, but I don't kill anything that's not a threat to me. Anything that, when my wife calls me and says, hey man, kill this spider, it's like, boom, kill it. Why? Because my wife's will is greater than that spider's life. Even though I love spiders. That's why I try to shoo them. Shoo. Not like we have a spider problem. We don't have a spider problem. I'm just giving you a hypothetical. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You have to fucking figure that out. How do you vector? And that, ultimately, is the question that is Avalokitesvara, because that is the Bodhisattva of compassion incarnate. You have to figure out for yourself. I can't do it for you. I'm not a lawgiver. My name isn't Moses, bro. Or if you're not a bro, you're not a bro. Okay, whatever. I can't do this shit for you, man. You're going to have to figure that out. But that's your interaction with the divinity. You see what I'm saying? That's what it means. I really wanted Adam Kadmon to be the character. But it's okay. Y'all might get that. eventually.